I am Batman. Average Sniper.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Average Sniper here, and welcome to a Call of Duty Warzone video. I hope everyone is doing their best to stay safe amid this global pandemic. It's kind of crazy. Even I myself was on a 14-day quarantine after I possibly came in contact with someone that might have had it. I think it turns out they didn't actually have it, but just to be safe, I quarantined for 14 days. And today, for my county where I live, we have our official stay-at-home order. So I get off my quarantine just to join another quarantine with everyone else. But hey, I'm a gamer. I mostly stay at home anyway. Ever since I was 19 years old, I've had a job where I work from home. So it's not that different for me. You know, I'm trying to avoid going to the store except when I need to. Pretty much, I'm trying to avoid going out anywhere except when I need to. But hopefully everyone else is doing the same, doing their best to stay safe. If anyone's watching this video that actually has coronavirus or knows somebody that does, I really hope you have a speedy recovery and that everything works out for you and your loved ones. All right, let's get into the video. So this is kind of a special video because yesterday was my birthday and I was incredibly busy at work. See, I work from home helping people with computers, so everyone is calling me to help get them set up so they can work from home and connect to their computers at their office. So while a lot of people are out of work, I'm fortunate enough to be busier than normal. And so even though yesterday was my birthday, I still worked all day long. It was very busy. Was too busy to stream. But I did have enough time to play one game of Call of Duty Warzone. And surprisingly enough, for the very first time, I won the first game of the day. Not my first win, obviously, but it's the first time it only took me one match to win. I'm getting more used to this game, and I'm really starting to like it, and one of the reasons I wanted to make this video was to basically talk about some of the reasons I like it, talk about my favorite class setup, and all of that stuff. Now, the first reason I give you why I like this game might sound kind of weird at first, but bear with me. I'll try and tie it together and make it make sense. Recoil. So, if you come from PUBG, you might notice that this game has a little recoil. Some people might call the guns laser guns. And I kind of like that. And the first thing that people are going to think when someone says that is, oh, you just don't like having to control the recoil, which is kind of true. I do not like having to control recoil, although I learned to be very proficient at doing it in PUBG. It was nice to be able to win gunfights because I was more proficient at controlling my recoil than the other players. However, the reason I don't like having to control a lot of recoil is not necessarily because I don't like the skill gap that it creates. It's because it's too easy for people to cheat with. Whether you're on console and someone's using a modded controller to take away the recoil, or you're on PC and someone's using a macro to take away the recoil, both of which are defined as cheating by the PUBG terms of service, it's really disappointing to know that you got killed by a guy who didn't have to control his recoil and probably was using a script to do better than you. And that is the reason why I don't necessarily like shooters that have this extreme amount of recoil. It's not because the recoil itself, it's because there's too many people that can easily exploit it and basically turn their guns into laser guns. While you are working to control your recoil, they're hitting every bullet. This was a major problem in PUBG. I never talked about it a lot, but it was a problem to the point where it almost made me want to stop playing PUBG at certain times because I just knew from watching replay cams that people were using cheats and exploits to get rid of their recoil. But in Call of Duty and a lot of other shooters, that's not really necessary because PUBG is one of the only games that has that extreme amount of recoil that you have to control. So when I'm playing Call of Duty, I feel like it's more of a level playing field because the guns barely have any recoil anyway. And the ones that do have recoil, you can put attachments on to reduce that recoil and basically turn them into laser guns. This does lower the skill ceiling, but it's also something that can't be exploited because who would need to exploit it when there's hardly any recoil anyway? I hope you guys are understanding me on this. I'm not complaining about games that have a lot of recoil. I'm simply stating that those games are too easy to exploit and get rid of the recoil. So enough with that. That's one of the main reasons I'm liking this. I feel like I'm winning more gunfights because I'm going up against people on the same skill level as me, and I'm winning those gunfights because there's no exploit or anything that they're using to control the recoil. It's just, I see you, you see me, we'll start shooting at each other. Whoever has the better aim, whoever gets more upper body shots is going to win that fight. And I really like that. The second reason I'm liking this game is because it's not as hardcore as PUBG. Now, when I say hardcore, I've pretty much always been a Call of Duty and a Battlefield player. I stopped playing a lot of Call of Duty after they added a lot of futuristic things, as a lot of the OG Call of Duty players did, and I switched to Battlefield. Both of those games I would consider pretty casual. PUBG was the first game I played that had a pretty hardcore scene where it was like you die before you even see the enemy, you have to hit all your shots. And now I'm starting to wonder if a lot of that was related more to desync and cheaters than I originally thought. I think the cheater problem in PUBG is completely out of control. I know there's cheaters in every game, especially on PC games, and especially in Call of Duty Warzone since it's crossplay enabled. You can have people using modded controllers, or you can have people using an actual aimbot on PC. Haven't seen much of that, not even sure if I've seen any of it when I'm playing, but watching a couple other streamers playing in different regions, I have seen people using aimbot and things like that in Warzone. But in PUBG, it was starting to get to the point where I felt like almost every match I played was going to eventually get ruined by a cheater. Even if I died to a legit player and spectated him, sometimes I would see that legit player get killed by a cheater. That's another reason I'm starting to like Warzone, is because I'm not seeing so many cheaters. Now, that might change later down the road. We don't know. Maybe we'll see more cheaters come in since it is a free-to-play game. Don't know. So that's just another reason I'm liking Warzone, is because you spend so long in PUBG trying to get to that final circle. You do everything right, and at no fault of your own, you get killed by a cheater. Not just a problem in PUBG. It's a problem in every game, but it's out of control in PUBG. There are so many cheaters. It is just simply unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then the third reason I'm liking Warzone is just because it's something new. It's a little more casual, which I like. I enjoy more casual video games. I don't claim to be a pro player. In fact, I laugh at comments where people call me a noob or say, "You're not pro," or something like that. Never once did I claim to be a pro player. I'm just a guy that enjoys video games. I think I do pretty good at shooters, but I'm nothing special. I still get excited every time I get a win. And there's that, I'm definitely not a pro. So I'm liking the more casual feel of this game. I'm liking that it has more players that want to play it because it's more casual than PUBG. I think PUBG turns a lot of new players away because it is such a hardcore game. It is do or die. A lot of people start playing the game and quit a couple weeks later because they simply can't keep up with the amount of pro players in it. Hopefully that never happens in this Call of Duty Warzone game. I really hope they keep the casual nature of this game. And that's probably the opposite of what most content creators and streamers are saying. Most of them probably want a more hardcore experience where the skill ceiling is high and you can get such an advantage over your other players from practicing. But not me. I just want to have a good time. I want to kind of cut back on my competitive nature and just play the game for what it is. I'm still going to play to win. But there might be times where I don't feel like playing to win, and I want to run around and just see if I can get kills without having to worry about pro players being pretty much my main opponent. Because honestly, in PUBG, it was getting to the point where almost everyone left playing the game was a very experienced, very skilled pro player, and it just felt like a sweat fest every match you played. Final kill here, the guy's in the gas. He doesn't see me till it's too late. I'm in the gas. He was staying on the edge. That gas mask makes a huge difference. So that was my special birthday victory. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening to the reasons why I'm really enjoying Warzone right now. And hopefully I will have some new PUBG content for you guys soon. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments how you feel about the points that I talked about. And let me know how you're enjoying Warzone if you're still playing PUBG and what you'd like to see for future content. Later, everyone. Stay safe. Bye. Bye.